Okay, CSLs, let's get straight to it. You are, well, absolutely essential to keeping our library's tech running. We couldn't do it without you.
That's right.
Our mission today, just making sure you're totally up to speed on IT procedures, what's new, so you can keep doing the amazing job you do supporting your locations and, working with IT.
Precisely. Think of it as your personalized briefing. We're pulling directly from those IT updates to give you what you need to know.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Right off the bat, it's super clear how much IT services, really the whole library system, values what you do.
Oh, absolutely. You're not just helpers. You're seen as essential partners.
Partners, yeah. That's a good word for it. Keeping the tech infrastructure solid.
For sure. The CSL update, it really highlights your role in tackling those first level PC problems, handling the physical side of equipment.
Right.
And just being that crucial communication link back to IT. Your boots on the ground support is just invaluable.
And the IT services update mentions that too, right? Even with all the fancy cloud stuff happening, your role is still critical.
Still absolutely critical. Maintaining security, efficiency, it all relies heavily on you at each location.
And just a quick reminder, especially maybe for newer CSLs listening, you are the first stop for tech troubleshooting at your library. One of the sources, it puts it plainly, check with the location's CSL if available, as this person has been trained on PC troubleshooting. So you're empowered to tackle those initial things.
Exactly. And that initial help you give, it's huge. It frees up IT to focus on the bigger, more complex stuff while you handle the day-to-day hiccups quickly right there.
Okay. Now let's dive into something that gets, a ton of emphasis in both updates, the ticketing system, Kes.
Ah, yes. The ticketing system. And the emphasis is definitely on absolute necessity.
Seriously, they really hammer this home. A ticket is needed for every single IT-related issue. Big, small, doesn't matter.
It needs that ticket.
The quotes are pretty direct, aren't they?
They are. Things like, yes, IT needs a ticket for everything.
And no ticket. It does not exist. Ouch.
Yeah, that one's stark. And if you want tech fixed, need tech training, or want to know an answer from IT, you need to enter a ticket.
And my favorite, there is no reason to ask. If you need to enter a ticket, you do.
How subtle about it.
No kidding. So why is it so critical? It's not just red tape.
Not at all. It's about making the system work. Tickets are how IT tracks everything.
Yeah.
Everything. It lets them prioritize based on, how big the impact is.
Makes sense.
And it ensures things actually get followed up on and resolved.
Yeah.
An email can get buried, a quick chat in the hallway gets forgotten.
Totally.
But a ticket, that's a record. It's tracked from start to finish. Plus, all that data helps IT spot patterns, maybe recurring problems, and plan better.
Right. So from your perspective, CSLs, if you just mention a password issue passing by, it could easily slip through. But a ticket creates that accountability. Someone has to look at it.
Precisely. And it applies to everything. Need to move a PC?
Yeah.
Ticket. Mouse acting weird? Ticket.
Got it. And the updates give tips on making good tickets too, yeah.
They do. Key thing. One subject per ticket.
Ah, okay.
So email password problem, that's one ticket. Keyboard died, that's a separate ticket. It helps IT route things to the right people faster.
Keeps it focused. Good tip. What else?
Use clear language.
Okay.
Be concise, but give the details. And screenshots or photos. If they help show the problem, definitely include them. It can speed things up a lot.
The more info up front, the faster the fix. Makes sense.
And you need to know, CSLs, there's really only one exception to the ticket for everything rule.
Okay, what's that?
Real emergencies. Things needing immediate, right now attention, like system-wide outage kind of stuff, or maybe a safety issue.
Okay.
For those, you call 205-226-3700. But for absolutely everything else, non-emergencies, you go to the K system, k1000.jclc.org.
So don't just call a tech you know directly.
Right. It might feel faster,
Right.
but it actually bypasses the tracking system. It can slow things down overall because it's not logged properly. Stick to case unless it's a genuine drop everything emergency.
Got it. Casey's king, unless the building's on fire, basically.
Pretty much.
Okay, let's shift gears. PC power management. This is another area where CSLs have a direct impact. The big instruction is,
Leave PCs powered on unless instructed to by IT services.
and there are solid reasons for that, right? It's not just about wasting power.
Definitely not. A lot of essential stuff happens after hours. Software updates, those critical security patches, scans, inventory checks.
Stuff we need.
Exactly. If the PC is off, IT can't do any of that remotely, which means delays, maybe even security risks.
But what about energy saving?
That's a fair point, and IT has actually thought about that. They've put low-power states in place.
Oh,
So PCs aren't running full blast all night. It's a balance saving energy, but keeping them awake enough for IT to do maintenance or remote troubleshooting if needed.
So the takeaway for CSLs is just leave them on, connected to the network, unless IT says otherwise.
Precisely. You can turn the monitor off, of course, that doesn't hurt anything, but leave the computer itself powered on.
What if you need to take a public PC offline for a bit? Maybe it's acting really weirdly.
Good question. The procedure there is not to just power it off.
Right.
You should use the Activity Manager software to disable it first, then turn off the monitor. Powering it down completely stops IT from being able to diagnose it or push updates later.
Okay, disable via Activity Manager, turn off monitor. Got it. And if it absolutely has to be powered off, like for maintenance or something?
Then the crucial step is notify IT. Submit a ticket explaining why it needs to be off. That keeps everyone in the loop.
Makes sense. Communication is key. All right, let's talk dist imaging. Sounds technical, but it's pretty practical, yeah.
Very practical. It's basically cloning a hard drive, creating a standard setup, a perfect copy.
Why do that?
Standardization and efficiency. Imaging allows IT to set up computers with the exact same software, same settings, really quickly.
Ah, like a template.
Exactly like a template
Good.
or a blueprint. It speeds up getting new PCs ready, drastically reduces errors. Everyone gets a consistent starting point. It helps with software rollouts, even disaster recovery.
Okay, so when new lease replacement PCs arrive, what's the CSL role?
First step for you CSLs is let IT know they've arrived. Send them the packing slip.
Okay.
Then, and this is important, let the IT tech take the lead on the setup, the imaging process. Please don't start using or logging into those new machines until IT has done their thing and officially handed them over.
Got it. Let IT work their magic first, prevents headaches later.
Precisely. Ensures everything is standardized from the get-go.
Cool. Now another piece of tech, especially in public machines, deep freeze.
Ah, deep freeze, a lifesaver for public workstations.
How does it work, in simple terms?
It essentially freezes the computer's configuration. So whatever a user does during their session, download something sketchy, change settings, forget to log out, it all gets wiped away when the computer restarts. It just snaps back to that original, clean, frozen state.
Wow. So if a patron says, I think I got a virus, or leaves their Facebook logged in,
A simple reboot is often all it takes. Thanks to deep freeze, the problem just vanishes on restart.
that's handy?
Very.
Yeah.
Just remember, if a permanent change is needed, like installing new approved software, the PC has to be thawed first. And that's something IT manages.
Okay, thawed by IT for permanent changes. Otherwise, a reboot fixes most temporary public PC issues.
Got it.
Now let's touch on some key IT projects happening now or very soon. Things CSL should have on their radar.
Okay, what's happening?
First, the Windows 11 upgrade. Good news there, it's nearly done. 685 PCs upgraded already.
Nice progress.
Yeah. If your location has it, check out the Windows 11 Tech Tuesday recording on the Digital Oasis. Lots of good tips there.
Good resource. What else? Annual physical inventory. Heads up, that's coming soon. Probably within the next month.
Okay.
IT will give notice before they come, but the main thing for you, CSLs, is making sure any library laptops at your site are available and accessible when they visit. They need to scan everything.
Got it. A laptop's ready for inventory. Next.
The Wi-Fi upgrade. This is exciting. It's rolling out over the next 3 months or so.
What are the benefits?
Better bandwidth, better coverage across the board, and importantly for staff, library-owned laptops will finally be able to connect to the internal network.
Oh, nice. Access the H&G drives wirelessly.
Exactly. Access those shared drives and other internal resources without having to plug in. That'll be a big improvement.
Definitely. Anything else project-wise?
Just mentions of ongoing cloud optimization, Azure, local VMs, and migrating that Smart Money e-commerce VM to the Comprise cloud.
What does that mean for us?
Should be mostly invisible to staff and patrons. Maybe a slightly different look on the e-commerce payment page, but functionally similar. It's about improving reliability behind the scenes.
Okay, good to know. Now let's talk boundaries and security. Really important stuff.
Absolutely critical. First boundary. IT supports library staff and operations, not patrons directly.
Right. So CSLs, please don't give out IT's direct number or email to patrons.
Correct. If a patron needs tech help that library staff can't provide, the staff member submits a ticket for the patron. Keeps everything logged and managed properly.
Okay. Security warnings.
Big one. Be wary of scams, calls, emails, text pretending to be IT. Always verify if something seems fishy before clicking links or giving info.
Good reminder. Always be skeptical. What about saving files?
Crucial point here. The updates say saving to your hard drive is not good enough.
Why not?
Risk of data loss if the computer fails. Always save work files to the network drives, the H drive or G drive, or to your OneDrive.
Because those network drives and OneDrive are backed up.
Yep, backed up using a system called Datto. It provides both local backups and cloud backups, plus encryption and specific protection against ransomware.
So multiple layers of backup and protection, that's reassuring.
It's a pretty robust setup. Your local hard drive isn't protected like that.
Good to emphasize that with staff. Network drives or OneDrive. Got it. What about Bluetooth?
Disabled on network PCs. It's a security decision. Bluetooth can open doors for unauthorized access, if not managed carefully.
Okay, so if someone has a need, like for an accessibility device.
Contact IT via ticket. They can explore secure alternatives. Just don't try to enable Bluetooth yourself.
Right. And one more thing about moving equipment.
Yes. Contact IT before moving stuff, especially monitors. Dell has specific requirements for returns when leases end. Often the original monitor needs to go back with its specific PC. Swapping them around, even temporarily, can cause big asset management headaches later.
Ah, okay. So ask before you move hardware. Simple enough.
Definitely.
All right, let's talk about empowering you CSLs even more. Training resources, there's actually quite a bit available.
There really is. First up, the CSL playlist. This is your go-to training hub.
For new CSLs and refreshers, right?
Exactly. Covers ticketing, basic tech, software, everything a CSL needs. And since tech changes, we strongly recommend watching it, or at least reviewing parts, maybe once a year.
Good habit.
Yeah.
What else?
Tech Tuesdays. Monthly sessions, practical topics, open to all staff. And if you miss one,
Recordings are on the Digital Oasis.
you got it. They've covered Windows 11, Microsoft 365, even some practical AI stuff recently.
Cool. And they're shorter videos, too.
Yep, short, focused tech videos, also on the Digital Oasis. Great for quick answers to common problems.
Nice. And if there's something specific CSLs want training on?
Just ask. Submit a ticket requesting specific training. IT is happy to develop something if there's a need.
Awesome. So lots of ways to skill up.
Definitely. It's all about giving you the tools and confidence you need.
And just a quick policy reminder. Library PCs are for work, professional use only. Any requests get looked at based on work needs and, of course, security.
Standard practice.
Okay, let's circle back to tickets for a sec. Recap those best practices, maybe add a bit more detail. They're clearly super important.
Absolutely worth repeating. So best practices for tickets. Submit them early as soon as you spot the issue.
Include your name and the unit ID, right? That sticker on the machine.
Yes. Name and unit ID are crucial. And remember, all issues need a ticket, even small ones. Avoid that while you're here thing.
Because IT schedules are based on the ticket queue.
Exactly. And stick to one main subject per ticket. If you have 3 separate issues, send 3 separate tickets. It's much more efficient for IT.
Okay. Leave the device on.
Yes, unless it's maybe a virus, a safety issue, or IT specifically tells you to turn it off for testing. Leaving it on helps with remote diagnosis.
And details in the ticket description are key.
Absolutely. Your name, location, the device name, and unit ID, exact error messages, type them out if you can. Describe clearly what's happening or not happening and when it started.
Photos or screenshots help too.
Immensely helpful sometimes.
Yeah.
Basically, like the update says, do what is needed to communicate issues clearly.
Good advice. What if it's a problem that keeps coming back?
If you have previous ticket numbers for the same issue, include them in the new ticket. That history helps IT a lot.
Smart. And before even ticketing, any quick checks?
Always good to try the basics first. Check connections, power cables, network cables. Are they plugged in tight? And try a restart. A full shutdown, wait maybe 30 seconds, then power back on. And of course, check with your location CSL first, if you have one available.
Right. And if you literally can't submit a ticket, maybe the network's down.
Then, as a last resort, email techsupport@jclc.org with all the details you would have put in the ticket.
Okay, good backup plan. So CSLs do way more than just tickets, though. You contribute in lots of other ways.
Oh, definitely. You're reinforcing security just by reminding people about good passwords or being careful about phishing.
You handle those tier 1 issues, maybe using the playlist videos for help.
Right? You reinforce IT policies locally, remind staff about backups, encourage them to use the training. It all adds up.
And basic hardware care. That falls to CSL sometimes too, right? Keeping things clean.
It does. Keeping devices free of dust, liquids, food, the usual suspects. Away from magnets, too.
And an airflow. Don't stack stuff on PCs.
Please don't. They need to breathe. Keep them out of direct sunlight. Use surge protectors or UPS units.
And cable management. Tidy cables.
Makes a difference. Less clutter, safer. Use ties, sleeves, trays, whatever works to keep things neat.
Okay, shifting to a really critical area now, wiring closets, server rooms. Big security focus here.
Huge. Rule number 1, notify IT services before letting anyone into a wiring closet. Anyone.
Why so strict?
Security. Physical access control is fundamental. We need to know who goes in there and why.
So if someone does need access and IT approves,
Keep an access log, date, time, name, why they were there, any observations. It's crucial documentation.
and IT wants CSLs to do monthly checks of these closets.
Yes, a proactive monthly check. Just looking things over.
What should they look for?
Check power, internet lights on the gear, any error lights. Do a visual scan cables okay? Any obvious damage? Check for dust buildup. Does anything look out of place or tampered with?
And if they see something wrong?
Ticket it immediately. It helps catch small problems before they become big outages.
And general upkeep for those areas. Temperature, humidity.
Yeah, best practices apply. Keep it cool and not too humid. Ideally, 68, 72 degrees, 40, 55% humidity. Keep dust down and place equipment so air can flow and techs can actually get to it.
Makes sense. Keep the brain of the network happy.
Pretty much.
Okay, nearly there. Let's talk support tools. IT uses remote tools a lot, right? Screen sharing.
All the time. It's super efficient for diagnosing problems, and CSLs can use similar tools too.
Like Microsoft Teams.
Exactly. Teams has great screen sharing. You, as CSLs, can use it to help colleagues at your location. Show them how to do something, troubleshoot an issue together.
How do I start that?
In a Teams call or meeting, just click the share icon, looks like a rectangle with an arrow. You can share your whole screen or just one window. It's really effective.
Good tip. And Teams chat.
Also useful for quick questions, sharing links, or even sending sensitive info like maybe a temporary password securely rather than email.
Okay, great tools to leverage. Finally, the updates wrap up with some appreciation.
Yes, a big thank you to all CSLs. Your communication, your collaboration, your feedback, it's all incredibly valuable to IT services.
And a specific thank you for recycling power.
Yeah. It means restarting things when IT asks, like network switches or UPS units. Sometimes a simple restart fixes a connection issue. Your willingness to do that quickly when asked saves a lot of potential downtime. It really helps minimize disruptions.
So it might seem small, but it's important.
Very important.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. The main takeaway for all you CSLs listening, you are just vital, absolutely vital for keeping our library tech running smoothly and securely.
Your work makes a huge difference every single day.
Yeah.
We really look forward to continuing this partnership between IT and all of you.
Absolutely. And maybe one final thought for you CSLs to mull over. How can you take what we've talked about today, the resources, the best practices, and use them to empower your colleagues even more? Think about how proactively using that training, reinforcing those procedures, how that contributes to making the whole library system more tech-savvy, more resilient, more efficient. Your engagement really ripples outwards.